What's up, everybody? It's your host, Cleric Dragoon, and in today's video, guys, I've got a special guest with me today. His name is True Villain, and he is in North Watchers. How you doing, True Villain?
Hey man, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
And I've got True Villain on today, guys, to kind of explain to us surgical hog deployment. But really, we're going to cover two things. We're going to cover basically how to go hobo. And I think in this particular method, we're going to be looking at shattered. But it will go for pretty much any method. But we'll go over a little bit of basics for all of it. But we'll cover the surgical end a lot more in depth. But with that being said here, we got a base set up. True Villain, can you explain to me your thought process on attacking this base, the hows and whys of what made you do what you're going to do?
Sure. With any hog attack, obviously your biggest priorities are heroes and CC, right?
Right.
If the queen or the CC stays up, that's basically going to ruin your whole raid. The king is kind of a minor target.
Right.
He's really nice to get, but not completely necessary. So looking at this base, the first thing I notice is that 6 o'clock queen compartment, if I can get my heroes and bowlers and golems in there, that gives me access to not only both heroes, CC, but also the bomb tower, which is really important for hogs, and potentially two expos. I mean, if he has a hound CC, my queen will most likely get locked onto that. I won't reach the 3 o'clock expo,
Right.
but I'll at least get the more central expo, I guess, in that long central corridor. And it also will set up that really good L shape that you look for in hog pathing. You know what I mean? I assume that my kill squad will get what I want, and I'll probably start hogging at around 3 o'clock and work up towards 12, then end around 9 o'clock.
Around
So
9 o'clock. I gotcha.
right. So that's kind of the initial plan. The next thing that I look at once I've kind of got that rough outline is where the potential bombs are, because a lot of the time, especially if there's a double set of bombs or if there's bombs in a wizard tower, you can't wait till the bomb detonates to drop the heal. You have to know and pre-heal, otherwise you're going to lose a large portion of your hogs, especially if they're not full health going into it.
Right.
Right. So starting where I'm going to start my hogs at like the 3 o'clock. You see those two outside defenses, the archer tower and the mortar.
Uh,
Those look that looks like a prime spot for an outside bomb. So you have to be wary of that. You don't want to heal too early, especially because I'm planning to only have two heals. Right, I'll have a jump and a rage for my kill squad, and then two heals for my hogs.
right.
But if you heal there, you're leaving yourself exposed if there are bombs in the expo, right? So you kind of have to weigh, where do I want to heal there? Where am I going to need it more? How far will my hogs get if they hit that first bomb,
Right.
right? And what I noticed is, after that first bomb spot, there's really not much until they get to the expo.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I'm thinking I'll ignore
I'm
that,
looking
right?
to me like the expo near the or near the center of the base looks like to me there's a danger. The
Prime
air
spot.
defense around 9ish or so, the first one where the spell factory is, looks dangerous to me.
Right.
And of course, by the cannon and air defense right near there, and by the wizard tower on the other
Right.
end around 10:30 or so. Those areas
Yeah.
look prime time to me for bombs, and they're away from the queen. So that would be the smart play
Right.
because this base designer knows you're going to go in at the queen.
Right. Right. Yeah, you have to get the queen. So yeah, usually what smart base builders will do is put the bombs away.
Right.
Right. So because I only have two heals, you have to be very conscious to use them where you're going to get the most value. So I'm thinking, yeah, that first expo that my hogs will be going into will be a great place to heal, and then at 9 o'clock between that air defense and that cannon, right?
Right.
Because I have a surgical deployment. This is actually a good point for how a surgical deployment will benefit you. See, at 12 o'clock by that wizard tower, there's a spot for a giant bomb. you know what I mean, or by the mortar outside.
Right.
I can avoid using a heal there if I can send in 2 or 3 hogs before kind of main pack gets there to trigger those bombs.
Right.
Right, that's sort of the idea, so that they hit 2 or 3 hogs as opposed to 10.
Right.
So that's kind of the general plan. Right, it's really nice pathing. There aren't great spots for spring traps besides at 9 o'clock where I'm ending.
Right.
So that's the general idea.
Okay, so you got any heal around the the 3 o'clockish area where you're coming into that Wizard Tower and Arch Tower and Expo and all that?
Right, right. Yep, I'll have a heal there, and a heal at 9 is the plan. Kind of the over the air defense to cover both those giant bomb spots by the cannon and by the expo.
Oh, I kind of got it wrong here. Hold on, let me by the yeah. So I gotcha. I got you now. I'm kind of roughing it in as we speak.
Oh yeah, no worries.
So so basically, if I'm hearing this right, you're gonna go in. Uh, are you gonna anchor on the mortar and the archer tower at the bottom down there at like 5:30?
Right. Yeah, I'll probably drop one golem on the central archer tower,
Right.
then a baby dragon on, or sorry, not the central archer, the archer tower, at more closer to 6 o'clock. I'll drop a golem there, then a baby dragon more at the 4 o'clock archer tower to hopefully get that down. So my golem doesn't get pulled out away from the kill squad. Hopefully he'll walk over to the other mortar and into the base.
Right on.
So that's the idea. I'll use some wizards at the beginning to get some free trash at 6 o'clock, save my golem some health. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I'm hoping that I'll have almost a golem and a half when I actually end up entering the base.
So you're gonna jump in by the storages?
Right, I'll jump straight over the gold storages into the compartment.
Right.
Right. So the only thing that could kind of mess me up is if my bowlers path around that L to the wizard tower.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping I'll be able to get some wizards in, and their bounce off the wizard tower should get the army camp, and they should path back in.
Right. Now you're going to use that rage, I'm assuming, on your kill squad here with bowlers in it. You're probably going to be using that kind of in between that wall of the storages and the bomb tower area, or are you going to try to make it go into that queen's compartment only?
I think it's ideal to get it as deep as I can.
Right.
I mean, because if I can keep my bowlers raged as they're targeting that expo and wizard tower, that'll help a lot in getting their bounces to clear stuff behind that.
Right.
But if it looks like my golems are losing health too fast, or if my push isn't going as fast as I need, I'm prepared to adjust and use it a little bit earlier so that I can get them all in faster while I still have tanking.
So I'm going to mark in red. I'm outlining the area that you know that you're going to get down with your kill squad here, and I just kind of cordon it off to let everybody know basically where that's going to happen. So now that we know what the kill squad's going to do at that point, you know, you're going to pull that CC with the push into the queen's compartment, and then once all that's over, you're going to poison in there at some point and engage the CC, deal with it, and then you're going to start your hog deployment. So what's your ideas on that?
So for this base, I think I'll start with 3 or 4 hogs on the mortar at 3:30ish. The archer tower should be down.
Right, I went ahead and marked it out.
Right, so I'll put probably 4 there. Then they should path in to the sweeper, which is good. It's what I want, because it's always better to get hogs to the expos sooner rather than later. So I'll probably put 4 or 5. Then probably 3 or 4 on the cannon at 2:30. Right. They should path in and meet up with the original group of hogs, kind of around that expo wizard tower area. I'll heal over that to keep those 10-ish hogs alive. Right. Then I imagine they'll hit a spring or two. You know, I mean, maybe between the archer tower and the wizard tower, So if they start getting a little low, I'll reinforce at those cannons at 1 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Right, more hogs.
Right. I'll add in kind of more hogs to work in with the main group as they kind of work through that L shape in the base.
Yeah.
Um,
Now you have a set number there? Or are you thinking, 3, 2? I mean,
for those reinforcements on the cannon,
yeah.
it, you kind of have to wait and see how many springs you hit. So I'd say between 3 and 5. You know what I mean? Kind of in
Okay.
that general range. If I don't hit any springs and they work through everything fast, no skellies pop, I could probably get away with 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
because the
being
hogs
fortunate,
once they go through this area, you may the way I'm pathing them, you may have a split. Some may be going to that cannon from that archer tower near the DE storage, and the others should be pathing to the archer tower, right? Because the expo and everything is going to be down, so that archer tower, if it's up, that's where that group of hogs that went through the expo compartment are going to be heading, right?
right? Yeah, they'll probably go from sweeper to expo to wizard tower up to archer tower.
Now, are you bringing on any more hogs after that, or are you just going to kind of watch them and work them through the rest of the base?
I'll add it's a really important part for this surgical hog is to, like I said earlier, kind of add them in to try and pre-trigger those bombs,
Right.
so so the bombs don't hit your main group, right? So I'll probably add in another 4 at 12 o'clock, right, to get that cannon, wizard tower, and hopefully get that giant bomb spot out of the way before my original group gets through and triggers that.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I'll add 4 or 5 there. Uh, Obviously, kind of subject to change again depending on springs and kind of just how the attack goes. But 4 or 5 there. Then they'll hopefully work through that area quick. There's not a whole lot of high hit point defenses. Work through that. Then I'll have 2 or 3 hogs for all those defenses at the end. I mean that I'll drop as soon as kind of they get distracted by the main group. So it kind
Right.
of works in sync together.
Right. So basically, it's just as needed in the last few defenses here, and I'll just put a box on those. You just kind of watch
Right.
as your group of hogs is coming in. You watch the defenses that are targeting them, and that's obviously where you want to start dropping your hogs.
Right.
All right. Well, I tell you what, that sounds great, True Villain. Let's get in and see this attack. All right, True Villain. Here's the actual attack. We've planned it, and we've talked about it, and obviously you hit it not knowing where all the bombs were. It was all a guess, but you were able to successfully take down this base, obviously. So we're going to get
Right.
into it. I notice your name is a little different there, but I call you True Villain. So if you guys are noticing that, he may have more than one account. So.
Yeah. Sorry for the confusion.
All right, so let's get started, True Villain. Let's hit the play button together in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So started that golem on the center archer tower like I wanted to. Put down that baby dragon. I'm trying to get that baby dragon to path up to the archer tower.
And he did.
Because I need that for my golem pathing. So eventually went up. I put down a couple wizards there to be safe. But other than that, the funnel's going really well. I was able to get some kind of free trash at 6 o'clock. I mean, just because there are no point defenses guarding it.
Right, I noticed you lost your hog anchor up top, though. That mortar's down, so.
Right. That was unexpected, but not bad. So remember, I was thinking there might be a giant bomb up there.
Right.
So now that it's down, I don't have to worry about it. Right.
That's true.
So that's a good thing. It's a nice little unexpected happenstance.
Nice rage, really deep.
Right. That was important because I knew I wanted my bowlers to be raged up as they kind of moved in. All those Teslas are just really nice extra value too. You obviously you don't know where they're gonna pop, but really what can mess up these raids is random outside Tesla farms. So far it's going really well.
Yeah, you got both bows down, and now your hogs are not even going to go over that area where the bow was. So that original thought process on that heal spell is negated now because you're going to go around it.
Right. So I kind of you have to adjust a little bit, right? So I'm starting my deployment, right? It's important to start those 12 o'clock hogs a little early to hopefully trigger any bombs. and my main group gets there, but thankfully there's no bomb. I know I have 2 heals, right? So at this point, there's really not much the base can do.
Yeah, you just lost like 5 hogs on that trap. Wow.
Right for those sprays.
And
So
there was a double set in the core of this base, and we don't really see that a whole lot now, honestly. Do you think that that's a mistake in base design?
You know, I think it is, because you can do so many things to negate that. You know, if you were to do a queen walk to golem bowler entry, you know what I mean, taking out those defenses takes out a third of your spring traps.
Right.
You know what I mean, which are huge for log defense.
Look at your last hogs with the swag heal. You were feeling good on that, huh?
Yeah, it works. The base was asking for it. So didn't
Nice.
go exactly to plan, but it worked better.
Yeah, it actually did. It came out better than the plan, but ultimately, as we plan these attacks, you know, we put a good plan up, but we never know what's exactly going to happen. I mean, it's kind of a best guess, but after that, it's cross your fingers and just execute.
Right. Yeah, and one other thing that I maybe didn't talk about earlier is that getting like an efficient, clean entry is so important to how your kill squad performs. I mean, you saw my kill squad went in, got both expos, you know what I mean, got a bunch of Teslas. There was a lot of stuff that it got that I didn't expect, and I think a large reason for that is because it was a clean funnel. My golems went in with mostly full health. You know what I mean? I was able to funnel a few wizards in. So that it makes those little things make a big difference in kind of the long run of the raid.
All right, so we're going to try to get one more attack in, guys. I want you to get into the mind of True Villain here. We're going to try one more attack. But we're not going to do all this planning on this. We're just actually going to let him talk us through the attack. So let's back out of this, and we'll bring you another attack. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we're back right here with True Villain's attack on my base, Pappy. True Villain, walk us through this attack, and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, start.
Alright, so immediately, you know, like I said, I want to get both heroes, ideally, with my entry. So I found a really kind of easy spot to funnel and get the hero. So I kind of just killed 2 birds with 1 stone, poisoned the king to kind of mitigate his damage a little bit. You know what I mean? I knew my golem would walk around.
I like that.
Tower,
a rolling funnel.
Yeah. Right.
I like
so,
that's swanky, dude.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of an easy place to do it, especially with no trash. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm kind of working my way into the base. I drop a hog to lure early, even though I know I'll lure eventually anyway, because I know the CC will come at an angle that will pull my kill squad up towards queen, which is really important. You know what I mean? I don't want them walking sort of left and trying to break through the wall or something weird. So you can see
like the BK.
Right. My king is doing it anyway. You know what I mean? Which actually ends up being a good thing. So, you know, I get the poison down for CC. King is beating through a wall, but I've gotten everything I wanted to. You know what I mean? I made sure to drop my jump so my kill squad didn't go anywhere weird. And I'm just dropping in a couple hogs to each defense as I see they get distracted.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I was going to say something about that. As the queen was being targeted, the hogs came in and the defenses didn't even look at them. So that's an ace move right there.
Yeah, and then as those initial group got targeted at 12, I just dropped in a couple more. You know what I mean? Healing over the empty space for their potential bombs.
And I noticed you got 8 hogs in the bag, man. I really don't appreciate this 8 hog swag on my base, man. This is very disrespectful.
So, wanted to give your viewers something fun to watch.
I see, man. Really nice. Really nice, man. Great hit, True Villain. Excellent attack. I'm going to speed it up, man, because it's just clean up. So I tell you what, man, that was a really awesome hit, conducted by a Surgical Hog Pro, no doubt. And guys, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing from True Villain. Thank you, True Villain, for coming on and kind of explaining us your thought process on these attacks. It is really invaluable for a lot of people that watch my videos, man.
Right, yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
I just want to give you 1 second here. Is there anybody you want to shout out in this video?
I'll give a shout out to Aries. He did a video with you a little while ago.
Yeah.
So hopefully I outperformed him. We'll see.
Well,
I'm sure he'll talk a little bit of trash.
the
as soon
views
as we
the
get on.
views will tell the tale.
Yeah. There
Now
you
now
go.
tell me one more thing about you, True Villain. What family are you from? What clan are you in?
So I'm part of the North Watchers family. I
Right.
have a Town Hall 9 in North Watchers, and also run Town Hall 11, 10, and 9 in
Oh,
Alphas.
wow.
So I'm busy.
I see. Well, guys, since this man is busy, and I hope you guys, I don't want to hold you up too much longer just because of time, guys, but I hope this content helps you. I had a viewer actually ask for this content about surgical hogs, and that's really what this is about, even though it does, me and True Villain talked about the entry as well, but really it's the hog portion that you need to pay attention to as well, that surgical deploy that he does and why. Hopefully this helps you guys, and with that being said, I am out of here.